The next type of site that I'm going to talk about is basically just spinning PLR into an actual site, an actual product that you can sell. Now, rather than set these products up, what I tended to do was buy a domain and then put a PLR sales page on there. So with the sales pages, to make them look slightly different, I would often get them redone. Back then it was all sort of HTML. You could have something like this done for less than $50. It was really that easy, and it potentially still is. I mean, there's plenty of people that will work on your sites. You'd probably build it in WordPress nowadays, but that's kind of besides the point. What I'm getting at here is this is very, very easy to do. So how do you do this? Well, what I did back in the day was I would search for products which were selling well, say on ClickBank, for example, and then I'd look for PLR which kind of mimicked that product, and there were always lots, and there still are. Now, it doesn't have to be ClickBank, it can be anything at all, but look for a product based around something that's popular, trending right now. Look for a product like that. Look for a PLR that kind of mimics it, and then buy a keyword-based domain and then put that site on there. So you may have to tweak it a little bit, or you could just dump it on there. It's entirely up to you. You'd have to check your license rights, and of course, for the PLR, you might not be able to do that, but in most cases you can. So you could essentially just drop PLR onto that domain and sell it. So when I did it, I think I did tweak it a little bit. I think I had a new header and that kind of thing made, but very, very cheap, very, very easy. I didn't really do any of the work myself. I just got somebody to actually do the HTML pages or use the PLR and then drop it all onto my host. So in this case, all you would need to do is find a product that's trending, find PLR that matches that product, buy a domain, drop the whole lot onto that domain, upload it to your server, and bam, you can sell it. Now, with this particular method, I didn't wait at all. So in many cases, I would wait a month or several months really if I wanted to build it up and get the site earning income. But with these kind of sites, I would just put them together in a day and then sell them. So this genuinely is a day's work at the very, very most. Especially if you outsource the web design sort of makeover, tweaking, whatever you want to call it. So you can do this whole thing in a day, and you can see here that $350 selling this. It has no income proof, it has no traffic, it's essentially just a startup. So it's a sales page. Let's see, I can't remember how many pages it was, but I think it was essentially just a squeeze page, sales page, delivery page, and the actual product. And the product was a PDF, and you can see in the description, really, I'm just kind of talking it up, telling people what they could potentially make if they were to put this on ClickBank based on what other ClickBank sites are doing. So it's like a business in a box, this kind of method. So that's really all you're selling. You're selling a business in a box. You're not selling it with any promises. It could make $17 per sale if the user sets it up correctly and drives the traffic. I'm not telling them that they're going to make that money. It's just they potentially could make that money. Okay, so you can see how easy that is. There's loads and loads of PLR. You just buy that domain, put the PLR on there, and then sell it. So you can do that in the same day. It really is as simple as that. And this one here, $350, and I think I did an awful lot more. Well, I say an awful lot more. I did several more in exactly the same format. Let me just go back and show you. So let's have a look. There's a male ED one. I remember doing that one actually. Okay, so $110. So, less than a day's work. Let's have a look. There's another one there. Obviously that's not up and running anymore, but basically the same thing. PLR into a product, dropped onto a domain, $400. Let's have a look. Any more? I think I showed you that one in a pre video, but another $350. Another PLR product. We could go on all day doing this, but you kind of you get. Oh, I've already shown you that one. You kind of get the idea. Really is very easy to do, and it's something that you can actually do today. It really is as simple as that. So let me just reiterate and say oh, that isn't one of them. Sorry, that's a blog that didn't sell. Here's one here. Okay, again, you can see it's PLR. So again, let me reiterate. What you need to do is you need to look for a product in any niche. Doesn't really matter what that niche is, because you're not going to be driving traffic. You're not going to run up against competition or anything like that. Just look for something that's selling or trending or something like that, and then find a PLR product that kind of mimics that product that you found. And then buy a domain. I tended to use keyword-based domains. If you do that, it's entirely up to you. It makes no difference. But drop it all in there and then write it up, you know, kind of selling it as a business in a box. That's all I did with these products. I told them that, you know, if they put it on ClickBank, there's a, you know, potential to make several $1,000s per month. You can see here, you know, between $9,000 and $15,000 per year. And this is more than achievable. I was making far more than that with the products I actually had on ClickBank. So it was as simple as, you know, putting these products together. You do it in a day. You could outsource the design if you really wanted to, or you could just put the PLR on there, depending on your rights, the licensing rights. And yeah, average selling price around about $300. So $300 for less than a day's work.